Welcome to the 30 and 5 on 560WIND.com. I'm your congenial host, Mike North. Happy Monday to everybody. People have been asking me when I'm starting the column in the Daily Herald. It's going to be around the 19th, 20th, 21st of June, what we're thinking right now. Also, I will still definitely be affiliated with 560WIND and 560WIND.com. Believe me, there's room for everybody, ladies and gentlemen, so looking forward to that. George Zimmerman lied about his finances, so they should incarcerate him because he's the only guy that lies about finances in this country. But the main thing is he did lie about his finances in order to get bail. That gave the government the loophole, since they're now starting to figure out that maybe what happened that night really didn't happen, that they got to try to put him in jail. By the way, the lady that's handling the case for the state of Florida, we're going to try to railroad you all over her face as far as this goes. It's going to be a very touchy situation, but case has shifted once again. I guess his W-2 form wasn't right. We heard that he told the judge he had $500 in his bank account. I don't know now how much he actually has because they really haven't come out and really said a whole lot about it. But there's no doubt that's a reason to keep him in jail. So we'll see what happens with that. He was not a flight risk. He showed up when they want him. He's around, and he will pay the price if indeed he did end up doing this. But to put him in because of the wrong price, I guess that's trying to say, well, if you're not telling us the truth about this, then you're not telling us the truth about that. Two different things. And if you want to ask Americans, do they completely tell everybody what they have when it comes to their economic conditions? They would tell you absolutely not. But they're not involved in the Trayvon Martin situation, which means it is a different story. Miss Rhode Island, Olivia Copa, we are so happy. A brunette one. I think I predicted, I believe on Friday's show, that even though there was a bevy of blondes, no, we're not talking about Tiger Woods after last night's win. No, a bevy of blondes involved in the final 10 probably. But the brunette, Olivia Copa, who's a cellist. Yes, she plays the flute and other things. God bless her. Now, I would say Miss Ohio had a shot, but if you saw the question and answers, Corey, did you see the question and answer? They asked Miss Ohio, what movie puts a woman in a positive light? I don't believe this answer was the proper answer because I guess she tumbled down after saying, she said Pretty Woman with Julia Roberts.
I was just thinking Pretty Woman. I would have said the same thing.
She said Pretty Woman with Julia Roberts, and there was a hush over the crowd. No, it wasn't the Eleanor Roosevelt story or the Babe Didrikson Sahara story. No, it wasn't Maria Antoinette. It wasn't, something like along those lines. It was, of course, Pretty Woman. Roy Orbison smiling today, ladies and gentlemen, so she lost. I was watching Goodfellas yesterday, and I'm always watching something new. As previously reported, I thought Johnny Two Times was the guy that was frying the steak. It is not Johnny Two Times. I did an investigation talking about frying the steak in the cell. It was not Johnny Two Times. That was somebody else named John that's in jail with Paulie and the rest of the guys. You see something new every day. But my favorite scene now has become when Mike Starr, who is a friend of mine and a Chicago guy, is explaining the robbery they're going to get with the $500,000. When he goes, he's the commandant. He's the day-night guy. He's the commandant. Goodfellas and Stripes. Great first halves. You can take the second half. When Ray Liotta's on the drug thing, or when Bill Murray goes to Czechoslovakia. A lot of parallels. Only one's a gangster movie, and the other one is one of the funniest comedies of all time. White Sox, Chris Sale, who knows more than the man? They were going to put him in the bullpen. He goes, I ain't going in no bullpen. So all he is going to be maybe the all-star starter. I say that because Justin Verlander loses his third game in a row yesterday for the Detroit Tigers. And the Chicago White Sox, now as I look at them, I'm trying to say who's better in that division. The way that it's turning out. And Robin Ventura, God bless him, getting the job done. LeBron James, once again, loses last night with the Miami Heat. And once again this morning says something ridiculous. He says, I never foul out. That's an edict from a Commissioner David Stern, apparently. He shoved, pushed Patriots back. It could be either way. But he hasn't fouled out since 2008. And to say, well, I never foul out, tells me exactly what's going on in the NBA. He gets 5 offensive fouls a game where he can run over people. He should foul out much more than he does, yet I'm hearing today it wasn't his fault. It's Eric Spoelstra's fault. Does he ever take accountability for anything? Game 5 coming up tonight. You got San Antonio. And Tiger Woods gets it done. We were just talking about the party he's probably having. He wins a memorial. Jack Nicklaus going all overboard saying it's the greatest shot under the circumstances he's ever seen. No, Jack, I don't believe it is. That was the memorial. It wasn't a major. I know you're Jack Nicklaus. I know you wanted to say something nice to Tiger, even though you don't want him to break your record. But it was not the most significant shot you've ever seen. That cast a pall over everybody today in the world of sports, but that's okay. That's all we're saying here. And the weather today, beautiful out. Hey, 560 WIND. I am Mike North.
I'm Mike North for the Village of Rosemont. From the 9th largest convention center to restaurants to theaters, sports venues, and hotels. 5 minutes from O'Hare, you got it all here. Rosemont, you can't miss it.